Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, March the 14th. I'm Clay Emo, at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram, and I'm the proud father of a provincial silver medalist in junior boys bowling. Yes, we were on Vancouver Island all weekend in Nanaimo and Duncan, and my second son Jacob captured his third silver medal in the last 4 years in provincial bowling. And for those of you who bowled 10-pin, you'd appreciate this. In 8 games, he had a 1600 series just under, so he averaged 196 pins per game, which is outstanding. It's actually 8 pins above his already very strong average of 188. So needless to say, we were very proud of his performance. He just got beat by someone who played a tiny bit better than he did on that weekend. My other son, Sean, did very well as well. Did not qualify for the second day, but certainly proud of his accomplishments as well. So we were on Vancouver Island all weekend. It was my lovely wife Gail, her birthday yesterday. I've been fighting off this cold, so that's why I've been MIA for the past few days. But I have been keeping track of our favorite hockey team, and it sounds like and looks like that the Canucks have been playing about as well as I sound and look. Okay, how about this? Maybe the sound, because I think I still look good. Yes, the Canucks have lost 4 straight since Brock Boeser went down last Monday in that game against the Islanders, and the Canucks have scored a total of 4 goals if you count the end of that game. Basically, 3 goals in the 4 games since Boeser has gone down. So that's basically what I want to talk about today in this quick video is why can't the Canucks score? It's not like they forgot how to play hockey, and it's not like they don't have guys that know how to score, but you're looking at guys like Daniel, Henrik, Bo Horvat, Jake Virtanen, Nikolai Goldobin. Those are all guys that should be able to put the puck in the net once in a while. Brandon Sutter as well. And I get it. The Canucks are decimated by injury. Not only Boeser, but Granlund and Barchi and Chris Tanev are among 4 regulars who are out of the lineup right now. So I get it. They are undermanned, and I get that means guys that maybe wouldn't play as much, like the Goldobins and the Tyler Motts and the Nick Dowds. Maybe they're playing a little more than usual, or getting more minutes than usual, and the lineup is overall weaker. But it's not like these guys have forgotten how to play hockey. They still know how to score. They know how to take snapshots and slap shots and wrist shots and do deflections. So it's frustrating. The Canucks have been shut out twice in those 4 games, and in those 4 games, the 3 goals that they scored, 2 have come from journeyman Jussi Jokinen, and 1 have come from Michael Del Zotto. You add in the overtime winner in the game that Boeser actually got hurt in, and that was Brendan Leipzig in overtime with that nice move and nice strip of the defenseman, the Islanders defenseman. So 4 goals since Boeser went down between Leipzig, Jokinen, and Del Zotto. So yes, you don't hear names like Horvat, Sedin, and Virtanen in that description. So let's talk about why really quickly, and then I'd love to hear your reasons why too. Obviously, number 1 is Brock Boeser's actual ability and his goal scoring. You can't replace that. That's 29 goals, by far the top of the team, and he's dangerous when he gets the puck, especially coming across the middle or setting up on the faceoff dot on the power play or at even strength. So really, you miss Boeser's his snap shot and especially his wrist shot, and he was at least a threat to create when he was on the ice. He would draw defensemen to them, so if he's also a very good passer, so he would be able to feed line mates for open looks and stuff like that. So I get it. The trickle down effect, actually the effect of having Boeser physically out of the lineup means you're losing 29 goals, your power play is not as dangerous, and you're simply not as dangerous at even strength. So that's the obvious thing. Obviously, with no Boeser in the lineup, you lose his goal scoring because you can't score if you're not on the ice. So power play, I touched on that as well. They put Sam Gagner in a spot. He's obviously not as good. His shot is not as accurate, is not as hard, is not as lethal. So the Canucks power play, not just because of Gagner, but the power play for the Canucks has gone from 6th in the league, and they've dropped down to 10th in the league in terms of percentage. So the power play isn't as dangerous without Brock Boeser. I think the Canucks aren't getting enough power plays. So they're not driving to the net hard enough. They're not creating dangerous chances. And obviously, in theory, the more you're on the power play, the more goals you score, the less you get power plays, the less goals you score. So you'll see not only is the Canucks power play ineffective from a percentage standpoint, but they're simply not getting the quantity of chances that they usually get as well without Boeser in the lineup, because again, the Canucks lineup is less dangerous. With Boeser out, with Granlund and Barchi out by extension, guys are playing in positions that they're not used to. Maybe they're playing more minutes than they're used to. They're getting more, different situations than they're used to. All to say that if everyone bumps up 1 or 2 or even 3 spots in the lineup, now guys that aren't used to it are facing the top defensive pairings. Guys that aren't used to it are facing better checking forwards. So that's another reason why the Canucks goal scoring has dried up. It could be a confidence thing. They're not trying to lose, of course. They're not trying to lose intentionally. But when you have your best player out, your best goal scorer out, it must weigh on you. You might be trying to do too much, squeezing the why can't I say that? Maybe I started to giggle. Squeezing the stick too hard, as you know, as the colloquialism goes. But maybe they simply are too uptight. They're too tense when they're playing, and they're not relaxing and not playing their game and trying too hard to score. Maybe that's a reason. And one other reason I think is the Canucks aren't going to the net and getting dirty goals. It seems to happen against them a lot. You have big forwards going to the net, wreaking havoc in the crease area, the defensemen for the Canucks defensemen not being strong enough to tie up sticks. For instance, I'm thinking of guys like Eric Stahl manhandling Troy Stetcher most recently in that Minnesota game. So when you drive the net, when you create havoc, you're going to get dirty goals. Pucks are going to either bounce off you as a forward, or you'll cause a defenseman, maybe a puck to deflect off a defenseman and go into their own net. And I think both of those things, the Canucks aren't doing well enough because they aren't driving the net. So they're not getting the dirty goals from their own forwards, or getting fluky deflections and those messy goals and those lucky goals that obviously count just as much as a nice, beautiful goal. So all those things, Boeser's physical absence from the lineup, their power play by extension is now worse. Maybe it's a confidence thing. It's guys trying too hard. It's guys playing up in the lineup in roles they're not familiar with. And it's the Canucks not driving the net hard enough for getting those dirty goals. Those are some of the reasons why I think the Canucks, and obviously they're simply not talented enough with a lot of the injuries. Like I said, the Granlund, Barchi, Boeser, and Tanev, at least 4 regulars that are out of the lineup. So it's been frustrating, for those that are on Team Tank, which I am not. But I'm not stupid enough to realize the ramifications of, or the benefits of dropping down the standings, especially with a guy like Dahlin ready to be drafted and with the situation that we're in. But it is frustrating to watch as a Canucks fan. I will obviously cheer for them to win because I want them to win for themselves as professionals, and as going to these games I want to be entertained. But we kind of see the writing on the wall, and it's going to make for some good debate for the last month of the season. Canucks fans, what do you think? What are the primary reasons why the Canucks can't score? Is it one of the 5 or 6 that I mentioned? Am I overlooking something, or am I making it too complicated? Is it simply Boeser's out, 29 goals out, so that's why you're not going to score? Whatever the reason, I'd love for you to leave a comment below. I'd love you to leave a comment below so I can read and react to it. I would love for you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and give this video a like so I know that I'm doing at least decent stuff. Not that I need the affirmation, but it's always nice to be positively affirmed. But if you got constructive feedback, I'd be happy to read that as well. Okay, I'm rambling a bit. You can tell I haven't done one of these videos in about a week. So enjoy the game tonight. Canucks versus Anaheim, ending off their road trip. I think it's the end of the road trip before they come back to play San Jose this weekend. Canucks' 3rd game in 4 nights, so we'll see how that goes. Usually that doesn't go well, and usually games in California don't go well, but we'll see. The Canucks may surprise us, and they may surprise us by scoring 4, 5, or 6 goals, rendering this video completely moot. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read and react. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.